Hello, so in this video we are going to be setting up our weekly breakout chart templates. Now if you've already seen the daily chart templates video, then you will have already set up an account using www.prorealtime.com. So just log in. As before, click on launch the complete workstation, this little monitor here. We'll wait for this to load up. Okay, so as you can see, upon loading up Pro Real Time, it's automatically loaded up our daily chart templates, and that's because if you remember from the first video of this series, we saved our charts, and that way Pro Real Time knows that these are the charts we want to use. But now we want to use a weekly chart, so first we'll need to set them up before we save them. So the first thing we can do is if you just go to the top of the screen, and where it says daily, you just want to change the charts to weekly. So what that is now showing us is each of these candles is a week's worth of price data. Now the actual settings are quite similar, but there are a few differences. So the first thing we'll want to do is change our moving averages. Now what we want for the weekly breakout chart template is a 13-week moving average and a 39-week moving average. So just right-click on the moving average, click Setting Moving Average, and we'll just change that to 13. Click Close. Again, do the same for your longer moving average. So right-click on it, Settings Moving Average, where it says Number of Periods, we'll change that to 39. We'll click Close. And there we have our basic trend filter. So this is telling us, when the fast moving average is above the slow moving average, then we're allowed to buy stocks. When it's below, we're allowed to sell. Next thing we want to do is change the periods of our Donchian channels. So again, here's the Donchian channel. We got the upper band here and the upper band here and the lower band there. Just right-click on either of them. Where it says Settings Donchian Channel, just left-click that. And in the number of periods, we'll just want to change that to 13. Click Close. Okay, so we now have our basic trend indicators in place. Now, the next thing we'll want to do is change the average of our volume. So we already have our volume histogram beneath our charts here. Click on the little spanner. And then in this little options box here, click on the moving average, and then where it says number of periods, we want to change that from 20 to 13. Now we also wanted to shift our moving average by 50%, so that'll be 1.5 times the actual average. But because we had already done that with our daily chart templates, we don't actually need to enter that data into here. But if you're starting from scratch, then in the vertical shift box, just type in 50, click Close. So we now have our volume and our volume moving average. Now, stochastics we don't need for the weekly breakouts, so just click on the cross on the stochastics pane and we'll get rid of that. And with our average true range indicator, again, just click on the little spanner in the average true range indicator pane. Click on the spanner. The number of periods, we want it to be 13. And then what we'll want to do is change the envelope to 300%, and that's going to tell us what 4 times our average true range is. So in the vertical shift, type in 300. Number of periods should be 1. Click on Close. And then what we could do as well is make the actual average true range itself invisible. So again, go back to the chart, click on Spanner. And then in the little the list of options here, where it says average true range, which is highlighted, go into the style drop down, click invisible, click Close, and now we simply have what is 4 times the average true range. And that's that. That is your weekly breakout chart template. Now what you should do is save this, so just come down to the bottom of your web browser, which may be just off the recording screen here, but at the bottom of your web browser you'll have all your tabs. You just want to click the Pro Real Time tab. That will bring up your options box. Click in templates, click to save or delete, and then we'll just save this as our weekly breakout. Click on save, and now just to check that's worked, let's go back to templates, and as you can see now we have our daily models, we have our SPY moving average, which we can quickly determine if equity markets are in bull mode or bear mode, and we have our weekly breakout chart templates. So now it's just a case of whenever we find a stock on our watch lists, we'll come into our charting package and we'll very quickly be able to see whether our technical rules have been met, and if they have, we can use the average true range indicator to tell us where our trading stop losses should be. And that's about that for this video. What I'm going to do in the next video is I will actually show you how to write the code for your trading stop loss indicators, and I will show you how to very simply add them to the charts, so they will automatically update as any of your stocks or any trade you make goes up in price. We want our indicators to follow it, so I'm just going to show you how to write that code and add it as an indicator. So I'll see you in that video. Take care.